And we are back with another episode of It's That Easy. And guess what we're talking about today? That's right, college basketball. So good to have everybody here. If you're watching, make sure to like and subscribe to the video. Unfortunately, I'm not with my co host today, Big Peso. I think he's still got that big wheelbarrow of pesos. He's taking it over to the bank from all the winnings he had from this past weekend of football. But guess what? It's time to switch to basketball now. And you know what I was thinking as well? I would say the second biggest, let's say, sporting event in the U.S. at least, might be the Final Four. So, the NCAA tournament, that's always a blast to look at, to pick who you're going to win. You always know there's upsets going on. You never know who's going to the Final Four. So here we are. We're catching the college basketball season right in the middle of it's the middle of the season. They've all done their non-conference games, and now each team's about 6 games into their conference play. And so I figured now's a good time to just get started jumping in here. So I picked a couple of games that I saw over the next couple of days. We got 2 for Monday, 1 for Tuesday. These are just some good-looking games and games that are probably going to, help determine who's going to be number 1 seeds coming up here in the big dance. So let's look at some of these games. The first one we'll start off is Louisville and Duke. And here's the crazy part is I think my first real time of watching college basketball, 1986, the NCAA championship was Louisville versus Duke. Duke was undefeated at the time. Louisville had a freshman on their team called Purvis Ellison. Yeah, that guy dominated. Shouldn't have, but he did. And Duke lost their first game of the season, was the championship game. So, I don't know, that's just some history there. But, yeah, let's jump into this, see what it's like here. So, we got Duke. Let's see. I'm going to try something here. Duke is 18-1 right now, 7-0 in conference play. And Louisville is 14-5, 4-3 in conference play. Let's see, Duke, they are 9-0 at home this season, which is kind of weird. They've played more games, but their home record is pretty good there. 9-1 in their last 10 games. Opponents, are scoring 70 points a game. So it seems like they're doing a good job of holding them down. Louisville comes in 4-3 in their ACC games there. 6-4 in their last 10. So not doing so hot. And they lost to Duke a few weeks ago, 84-73. So not too good there. Unless you're a Duke fan, that's looking pretty good. So when you look at that, you see Duke is at home, favored. They're the number 4 team in the nation, or number 5 team. Actually, no, they're number 4. Bad number there. Duke is 8.5 point favorites. The over-under is 157. The over-unders, those are so tough because just points can come in bunches. And so it's tough to sometimes they don't score, and sometimes, you can't stop these guys from scoring. But what I will do is I will be putting a bet tonight on Duke to cover the 8.5 points at home. I think I like them there. I think they're super tough. They're going to jump to 19-1 there in the conference, or overall 8-0 in conference play. They'll probably be the ACC champs by the end of here soon. Let's see. Clemson's number 2 in the conference. Yeah, Louisville's way down there, middle of the pack. So let's go with Duke, 8.5 points there. Let's see. Now we go over to Arizona, the number 1 team in the nation. Arizona, and they're at BYU. So that's going to be a really good game. Let's see if we switch that there. You see Arizona, they're 20 and undefeated, 20-0, 7-0 in Big 12 play. BYU's not too far behind them, 17-2, 5-1 in Big 12 play. So they're doing pretty well. BYU has lost only one of their last 5 games, but it was a recent one at Texas Tech. So obviously Tech's pretty tough as well. Arizona just dominating people like they always do. They always seem to have a pretty good squad. So that's going to be a good game there. And here's the funny part. It's only 1.5 points. So Arizona's going to BYU. they're obviously saying it's going to be a tough game. That 1.5 points, that just says like BYU's that tough at home. Arizona, I'm going to go. So I'll parlay this tonight. I'm going with Arizona, 1.5. I think they squeak it out there. I do have a stat here. Let's see. This is pretty good stats on this one. So Arizona. So BYU's 9-0 at home, 1-1 in one possession game. So games like this, they're 1-1. Arizona's 7-0 in Big 12, and they score 89.8 points per game. The BYU has one of the top players in the nation. DeBonsta, man, I should learn to pronounce that better. But he's scoring 23 points per game. So, wow, I don't know if I like that. I'm actually going to go Arizona. I'm going to go BYU to cover. Yeah, I'm going to have to go BYU. Only because home cooking there, they're really good. I think they're going to pose a tough match for Arizona. So tonight's parlay will be Duke minus 8.5 and BYU plus 1.5. Those pretty good odds there. And then the last one, this was a pretty cool game. I didn't realize. This goes to show you, like just getting back into college basketball, starting to pay more attention to it. Here's what I'm finding out. A lot of teams I didn't know were good are really good. So if you look at Nebraska is the number 5 team in the nation, 20-0, 9-0 in the Big Ten. But the Wolverines, even though they have a loss, they're the number 3 team in the nation, 18-1, 8-1 in the Big Ten. So that shows you right there. It's going to be a huge game for these guys. Why they have Michigan by 10.5, I do not know. I may have that written down that wrong. So no, it is right. 10.5 points for Michigan right there. 153.5 for the over/under. Yeah, I got to get better at doing these over/unders as well. So let's go see here. Come back here. So as tough as Nebraska is, well, I mean, they're just like they are pretty good. Michigan's only loss was to Wisconsin, at home by 3. 10.5 points. Nebraska 20-0. You know what? I'm gonna go Nebraska to cover. I mean, that's a lot of points there. I'm gonna learn this college basketball stuff, but. So if I'm not going to parlay all 3. I'm going to parlay those first 2. This one, I may look at another game to throw in there for maybe a 2-team parlay for tomorrow because the Nebraska-Michigan is a Tuesday night game. But I will go Nebraska plus 10.5. Just watching basketball trying to pay more attention to the last couple weeks, I've seen some 18.5 points team favorites. I've seen them lose, and I've also seen them win by 30. So college basketball is so great. You know, the difference between all these teams. Yeah, it's so much fun to watch. So, but this is just the beginning, kind of our kickoff show for college basketball. Hope everybody likes it. If you get a chance, like and subscribe to the video. One more time, we got Duke minus 8.5, going BYU at home plus 1.5. And then we're going to hit Nebraska on the road plus 10.5 since they're undefeated and undefeated in the Big Ten. Let's see if they can kind of keep that going. So hope everyone has a great time. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy it. And we will be back soon.